From South Carolina Public Radio, this is Who, What, When, an hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Daniel Thompson.
And I'm Brandon Gray, and on this special episode, we put the teachers to the test with U.S. history games recorded live at Christ Church Episcopal School in Greenville, South Carolina.
That's right, Brand. Coming up, we'll see how well you know the subjects taught in middle school history classes.
Boy.
Stick around for a quiz about our country's establishing documents, pop songs rewritten to be about the Founding Fathers, and stories from the life of Benjamin Franklin that may or may not be true.
Oh boy, Dan, that sounds like fun. If you think it sounds like fun, you can join us. Join us in the future. You can call or text us 803-470-6347. That's 803-470-6347. Or send us an email, whowhatwhen@scpublicradio.org. You might get a shot at the title of Who What When Champion of the Week, but more importantly, our very special trophy. You know it, you love it. It's the Who What When Fanny Pack.
It sure is, and we would love for you to join us in a future episode. It is a blast, but right now we're excited to bring you this episode recorded in front of a live audience of some 400 5th through 8th graders. And Brand, we had the time of our lives.
Oh, we sure did, Dan, especially because those students were cheering on two very special contestants from the Christ Church Episcopal School faculty, Spanish teacher Sarah Folk and head of school David Padilla.
That's right. I would guess that some of those students were cheering against them, but that's kids for you.
That's kids for you, Dan.
Sarah and David joined us for quizzes based on the school's 8th grade U.S. history curriculum, which includes civics, America's founding fathers and documents, and essentially a lot about how the government works.
So basically everything that all of us should know, but probably don't anymore.
That is one way to put it. This episode may be a bit of a refresher for many of our listeners.
But I bet there might be something to learn, a little something new to learn in this
There's
episode,
always
too.
something to
That's
learn,
right.
Bran. If nothing else, you'll learn that Bran decided to wear a shirt that day that made him look like what I can only describe as half a referee. Stripes on one side, nothing on the other.
There was something on the other.
Just black.
It was just black. I just wanted,
Right.
Hey, I was just trying to follow the school dress code. Plus, you never know when someone's going to need you to call a game, okay?
Yeah, sure, whatever. Speaking of games, it's time to head to Christ Church Episcopal School for our first round. Contestant number 1, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hello, I'm Sarah Folk. I'm not originally from Greenville, but I am a teacher here at Christ Church, and I teach Spanish, so I'm not exactly sure that I'm going to do very well in this competition, but I'm going to give it my all for my students.
Well, that's it. Miss Folk, everybody.
You're really good.
Yeah. Big round of applause.
Yeah. What's crazy is the first game was originally entirely in Espanol.
It was.
And
I was going to break out the
last minute,
accents,
so.
the whole thing,
Yeah.
and we said it's about U.S. civics. Why don't we
should
get the
probably-
Spanish teacher up here? And
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be great. All right. So Sarah's going to be competing. Miss Folk, should I say Miss Folk? We got all the students here. Miss Folk's going to be competing against contestant number 2, who's looking very dapper this morning. Contestant number 2, what's your name? Where are you from?
I am David Padilla, and I am the head of school here at Christ Church Episcopal from Greenville, South Carolina.
So, like, yeah.
Mr.
No, we can
Padilla.
cheer for him.
That's right.
We can cheer. You better cheer for him.
Is it
better.
doctor?
You're
All
the
right.
guy that I would have spent a lot of time with if I went to school here because I would go to your office a lot. Is that what it is?
Actually, that would be Dr. Kameen,
okay.
who is the head of the middle school. If you go to his office and he needs to kick it up a level, then you get to visit me.
So it's real serious if we're
right.
in Mr. Padilla's office.
Very serious stuff.
Yeah, of course it is. How you feeling, Mr. Padilla, about the topic today?
I feel good, but like Miss Folk, I'm an English teacher kind of side. So there's some history wrapped up in there. We could do it in Espanol if we wanted to, but I guess if you want to keep it in English, we'll
I
just
think
go
we'll
with
keep
that
it in
route.
English
Yeah.
today, but you see, students, this is wise and smart from both your teachers. They both laid the groundwork
That's
for
right.
if they miss a question, you cannot give them a hard time.
100%.
You
That's a
understand?
very
you can't
smart
do it,
move.
right?
That's a very
You're in
smart
8th
move.
grade, you're studying this stuff. You can't give them a hard time if they missed it. It's Spanish and English up there,
That's
not
exactly
history.
right. It's not their expertise.
It's not their expertise. Also, you'd be shocked as you get older how much you forget. It's crazy. So give them a break.
And
We're
they're
all
olds.
having fun.
They're olds.
Wait a minute. I don't want to.
Well, that's what you
I said when you get older. That's right. Also, just so you know, we're going to play 2 games for fun.
Yes.
One of these 2 folks is going to win, and they're going to play for serious because on the line, as it is every week here on Who What When, is the vaunted Who What When fanny pack.
Yeah.
Ooh, dude,
Yeah.
you could tell that it's sweeping. They've heard about it.
I know.
In middle school
Some
circles,
people-
they talk about it all the time.
I know. That's what you guys are talking
That's
about
right.
at lunch. It's like, man, have
That's
you seen
right.
the fanny pack? It's
Oh, my
unbelievable.
goodness, it's crazy.
Imagine like
They
how
talk.
many Pokemon cards you could put in.
Pokemon, yeah. Big Pokemon folks here today. Should we get started, Bran?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
we should.
To get started, we're going to, in our next 2 rounds, we're going to do a little, am I telling the truth or not? We're going to sing some songs that you may have heard of and we've changed the lyrics to. But to get us kicked off, we're just doing a little basic multiple choice founding documents trivia. So these questions from Ms. Folk and Mr. Padilla are all about the founding documents of our country, or maybe the people that signed them or wrote them or something like that. And we'll go from there. And if you are in the crowd and you know the answer, if you could not help your teachers on stage by staying as quiet as you possibly could, I'm looking at you, 8th grade down front, and then we'll go from there and see how many they get right. Are we ready to roll?
But also don't try to give them the wrong answer either. I
Oh,
know
that
some
would
of
be
you guys
fun.
might try to trip
Real
them
Price
up.
is
Don't
Right
do
thing.
that.
Yeah, don't do that for sure. All right, are we ready to roll?
I'm ready.
All right, Ms. Folk, the first question is yours. Founding documents trivia, here we go. The original version of the U.S. Constitution was not adopted by the states and passed into law on its first try, as 9 out of 13 states had to agree to the new governing document. The main reason why it was not originally accepted was, A, it did not include a Bill of Rights or rights guaranteed to U.S. citizens. B, most of the country preferred the Articles of Confederation and was hesitant to change. Or C, the original Constitution included the word king in its description of the executive branch.
I have a feeling I'm going to disappoint my students
all right.
significantly. I don't think they had a king listed in there.
Okay, so we got that one eliminated. We're down to A or B.
Well, I don't know that I want to eliminate it, but I'm
Okay,
working through it. I'm
it's just
thinking
back
through
on the
it
table.
because
It's a
my
soft
instinct also
elimination.
says to go with C.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
I think I'm going to just commit and say C.
Wow.
C, the original Constitution included the word king in its description of the executive branch. That is incorrect. We were looking for it did not include a Bill of Rights guaranteed to U.S. citizens. They had to add it later, Bran. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, I was about, if you had known that. That
Yeah.
would be right. All the freedom of speech and all that stuff, that was added
yeah.
later.
Well, I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's good stuff. They should add that.
Uniformly, I think we all think that's pretty
We
good
love that
stuff.
stuff.
That's right. All right, Mr. Padilla, a chance to take an early lead here in our first round on Who What When. Your first question. This founding father was the oldest signer of the U.S. Constitution, and as the story is told, he needed help to physically sign the document. And as he did so, tears streamed down his face. Is that A, George Washington, B, Thomas Jefferson, or C, Benjamin Franklin?
It's a nice question. Good,
Oh, thank
good strong
you.
question. Those
Thank
are
you.
Well, and I can see the tears are going down your face right now. You're so
Yeah, yeah.
excited to be here.
completely different set of reasons, but yes. Let's see. I don't think that George Washington is the route I want to go.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of who was still in line to become president somewhere down the line. And because he just looks older than everybody else, I think I would go with C, Ben Franklin.
He's going to go C, Ben Franklin, and he is correct.
There you go.
All right. Mr. Padilla is on the board. Ben
That's big.
Franklin, not just old in our heads, old in real life
you go.
when they signed the
That's
Constitution.
exactly right.
Lived
In my mind, he was always old.
so old.
Yeah, he's always been old.
You get it. Yeah, he's always been old. We
Yeah.
don't know a young Ben Franklin.
don't know him.
Yeah. You're going to learn more about him later in the show. Spoiler alert. I know you're
okay.
all excited. Stay seated. All right, Miss Folk, the next question to get on the board here, Founding Documents Trivia. Here we go. Before the Constitution was written, the United States was essentially governed by this single house legislature with no president and limited power. Is that A, the Continental Congress, B, the State Square, or C, the Congress Cooperative?
Okay, I can redeem myself on this one.
Okay.
It's
Good.
A, the
It's
Continental
A,
Congress.
the Continental Congress. That is correct. Miss Folk is on the board.
a good sign.
Yeah, the Congress Cooperative, that's a cult.
It's a strong
you join
name.
there and bad things happen. Right. You don't want any part of the Congress Cooperative. If somebody tells you about that, you run away. You don't walk away.
Yeah. We're definitely not going to tell you guys about it afterwards.
No, afterwards, stay in your seats. There's something under your seat about the Congress Cooperative. All right, here we go. It's a tie ball game. Mr. Padilla, the next question here, talking founding documents of the United States of America. Here's your question. The Bill of Rights contained the first 10 amendments or changes to the U.S. Constitution. All of the following are true about the Bill of Rights, except which one? A, there were originally 12 amendments in the bill. 2 were not ratified by the states. B, the Bill of Rights wasn't originally included in the Constitution because Patrick Henry gave his "Give me liberty or give me death" speech. C, Congress commissioned 14 copies of the Bill of Rights, one for the federal government and one for each of the original 13 states. Which of those is not true?
Makes me feel like the first question was a bit of a softball. The second question, not so.
Well, just a reminder, this is for a fanny pack.
Right.
We're not just going to give you the fanny pack.
That's right, the fanny pack. You got to earn that.
Please know, I'm well
pack.
aware of what is at stake here. I'm well aware. High stakes. I am going to go with A for no good reason, except that I don't know the answer to this.
Great.
And I'm a purist on it when it comes to not knowing and admitting it.
Yeah.
I can't work my way through this, so my answer is A.
A is incorrect. There were originally 12 amendments in the Bill of Rights. 2 of them were not ratified by the states. They became amendments later. I'll stick around after. I can give you the full lecture. It's a lot of fun. The correct answer we're looking for is B. The Bill of Rights wasn't originally included in the Constitution because Patrick Henry gave his "Give me liberty or give me death" speech. Actually, Patrick Henry didn't want the entire Constitution to be ratified. He was a big liberty boy and thought that it gave too many rights to the federal government.
That's classic Pat, though.
That's right. A, B, or C, if you didn't know, had no idea when you were in middle school, maybe, what would you guess?
I would always guess B right down the middle.
B right down the middle. What about you guys?
B
you guys
for Brand.
B if you don't know. You guys always know all the answers. Great. Christ Church is good. They already know all the answers. Great.
Well, that's good.
It's tied 1-1, Brand.
Yes.
All right. We're moving on to question 5. Question 3 for Miss Folk. A chance to take an early lead here talking about the founding documents of our country. Here we go. Ironically, many of the ideas in the U.S. Constitution of sovereignty, freedom, checks and balances, and others were found in the 1215 Magna Carta signed by the king of this European country. Is that A, England, B, Ireland, or C, Scotland?
Okay. I would just like to remind everyone I am a Spanish teacher, and middle school was a very long time ago for me. 8th graders are not giving me any assistance up here.
And
I thought maybe because I taught them, they might help me out a little bit.
So.
I know, true. Good job following the rules, guys. I'll still go with A.
Yeah.
She's also going to go with A, England. That was the ironically part. That is correct.
Yeah,
yes.
Good.
The nation from which we declared our independence is where we got all the ideas for that independence. Pretty wild stuff. All right, Miss Folk, you've got an early lead. Mr. Padilla, a chance to tie things back up with your next question on founding documents trivia. After the founding and early success of the United States, this nation in particular tried to emulate the ideas found in our governing documents during their own revolution, which we did not help them fight, much to their dismay. Is that A, Spain, B, France, C, Germany?
I feel pretty good that that memory is going to bail me out on this one. I do not think it was Spain, and I do not think it was Germany. I'm going to go B, France.
B, France is correct. Oh, we've got a tie game.
Hey, was that B or was that oui?
No, some of you remembered the fake laugh, and that was really good. I shouldn't say that part out loud. I
don't need the crickets.
Any big Hamilton stands in the crowd? Okay. So that was one that if you're a big Hamilton fan, you would know. They have a whole argument about this in Hamilton. But yes, the French Revolution later on tried to adopt a lot of the same ideas. All right, we have 4 questions left in this round. We have a tie game, 2 more for Miss Folk, 2 more for Mr. Padilla. Miss Folk, your next question here about the founding documents of our country is as follows. All of the following are true about the Declaration of Independence, except even though we celebrate Independence Day on July 4th, it actually wasn't signed by most delegates until August 2nd. B, while John Adams provided much of the text for the Declaration, Thomas Jefferson wrote it because Adams knew Jefferson was more popular and it would be better received. Or C, the Declaration of Independence was signed by Benedict Arnold, who would later betray the U.S. during the Revolutionary War.
So which of those is not?
Which of those is not true?
Wow.
Which one is not true? Oh, shoot. I was thinking which one is true. May I ask for B again?
Sure.
Sorry.
B is, while John Adams provided much of the text or writing for the Declaration, Thomas Jefferson wrote it because Adams knew Jefferson was more popular and it would be better received.
I'll go with that one not being true.
She's going to go with that one not being true. That is incorrect. John Adams from Massachusetts, people didn't like him. But Thomas Jefferson, young, good-looking, good with words, articulate from Virginia, middle-ish of the country.
A
cool
lot
guy.
like us.
That's right, a lot like us.
Yeah.
The correct answer was the Declaration of Independence was signed by Benedict Arnold. That is incorrect. Is false. Benedict Arnold did not sign the Declaration of Independence. He did betray us during the Revolutionary War. All right.
He was being a real Benedict Arnold.
Or being a real ex-Benedict Arnold, that's for sure. Mr. Padilla, we got a chance for you to take a lead here as we end our first round with only 3 questions left. Here's your next question about the founding documents of our country. There was a written governing document of the United States before the Constitution was even written. It gave the federal government very little power and gave the states more sovereignty. Its name was A, the United Convention, B, the Articles of Confederation, or C, the Treatises of Freedom.
I think that now that I think about this, the one I've missed so far was when I didn't go with B, if you're unsure.
Yeah.
But listening to those options, I think since you've already referenced the Articles of Confederation, I'm going to go with B.
He's been listening. Context clues are important.
That's
Kids, it'll help
important.
you on a lot of your tests.
They really
if you just
will.
think about what's been asked before. I promise I used to write history tests.
That's how I got through school.
You said it. That is correct. We were looking for B, the Articles of Confederation.
Okay.
All right, 2 questions left. One for Miss Folk, one for Mr. Padilla. Here we go, Miss Folk, your last question of this round, a chance to tie things up. How many founding fathers signed both the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution? Is it A, 6, B, 15, or C, 39?
I noticed that my patterns were C for a lot of my questions, but C feels really high. So I'll go with it, though. I'll go with C.
She's going to double down and go with C. And that is incorrect.
Figured.
Only 6 guys, only 6
God,
founding fathers signed both documents.
I was kind of wrestling between 6, 7.
Stop it. Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
It was over.
No, we're done with it. It's dumb.
No, I think 5th grade. I still see it
5th
back there. I
graders
see the
love it.
juggling back there.
That's my sweet
Still
spot.
happening. That's right. 8th grade looks actively disgusted.
When
at you.
you know what? I'm
They-
with you guys too.
That's-
I hate myself right now.
All right, Mr. Padilla. Far from over. A chance to take. Oh, did you do a sound effect there? I couldn't hear it. I'm sorry. Yeah, shout out to 6-7 being officially dead.
Shout out.
There you go.
Shout out.
All right, Mr. Padilla, a chance to take a commanding 2-point lead.
Wow.
Before we move on to that second game to see who gets to play for the vaunted Who What When Fanny Pack. Yeah, that's nice. Somebody was really on it. There was a teacher that was really on it, that was really leading the charge,
Well,
and I love
appreciate that.
Here we go. Your last question of the round. All of the following occurred during the Constitutional Convention, except A, arguments between large and small states on representation in Congress. B, arguments over whether to call Washington president or His Highness. C, arguments over what to do when new states want to join the Union.
I think this. I see a pattern developing here that I'm gonna stay with. But I also think it happens to sound like entertaining a conversation about king versus president is unlikely when seeking independence and drawing up a new constitution. So I'm going to go once again with B.
B right down the middle. That is incorrect.
Oh, no.
We got a game on our hands,
We sure
Brand.
do.
Yeah. Actually, arguments over what to do when new states join the Union. I know all of you guys in the crowd know this, but the Northwest Ordinance of 1787 that was signed during the Articles of Confederation allowed states to not extend westward. Instead, having new states apply from citizenship that did not allow slavery. You guys all knew that,
guys
right?
know it.
You knew it. Yeah. I figured out for your teachers.
That's what I recite
the
to
Northwest
myself
Ordinance
every morning.
It was one of the few things they had done before the Constitutional Convention. You guys knew that, though. I didn't need to go through that whole thing. It was
honestly a total waste of time.
A total waste of time. That's exactly right.
This is Who, What, When. I'm Brandon Gray here with my co-host Daniel Thompson, and this week we're bringing you a very special episode recorded live at Christ Church Episcopal School in our hometown of Greenville, South Carolina.
We had a wonderful time hanging out with all the middle school students there and playing some games with two members of the faculty. They've done well so far, but we'll see how they do against a game rewriting pop songs to be about the Founding Fathers.
That and more coming up right after this break here on Who, What, When.
Welcome back to Who, What, When, an hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Daniel Thompson here with my good buddy Brandon Gray, and this week we're bringing you a special episode recorded in front of an audience of middle schoolers at Christ Church Episcopal School in Greenville, South Carolina.
But before we get back to our games, we would love to remind you that you can be on a future episode of Who, What, When. Just call or text 803-470-6347, or you can send us an email to whowhatwhen@scpublicradio.org.
And as you're making that call or scrambling your computer to send an email to us, let's head back to the Christ Church Episcopal School auditorium for another quiz based on their 8th grade U.S. history class curriculum. Two members of the faculty, head of school David Padilla and Spanish teacher Sarah Folk, were brave enough to face our challenges in front of their students. And we really put them to the test with our next game, Founding Fathers Karaoke.
Oh, yeah, this is a fun one, Dan. In this game, I brought my trusty guitar and sang a few recent pop songs, but with a twist. Each one was rewritten to be about one of America's founding fathers. After my beautiful, and I mean beautiful, performance, David and Sarah has to tell us which founding father I was singing about to get a point.
That's right, Brandon. If I do say so myself, you really do crush it in this segment.
Thank you.
So let's head back to the stage for some Founding Fathers karaoke. Are you ready, Brandon?
I'm nervous about this.
The first one, for Miss Folk. What founding father is this, sung to the tune of Sunflower by Post Malone? Brand, take it away.
$10 bill, just keep it, don't check. Never was pres, but baby, I'm the best. Federalist till Burr shot me dead. Needless to say, I'm killing Broadway. Ooh, my treasury lit the fuse. Then Washington refused. And I was left in the dust in Jefferson's shadow. A U.S. founder could never know me too much.
Give it up for Brandon Gray, everybody. Are you kidding me right now? Some of you were wondering what he brought to the table, and I'm here to tell you, it's not just fancy shirts. This guy, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's mainly the shirts.
Okay, Miss Folk, is that A, James Madison, B, Alexander Hamilton, C, Andrew Jackson?
Okay, so the $10 was a huge clue.
Yep.
That was very helpful. I'm still kind of wishing that you were asking me to identify this song because I could redeem myself there. Not embarrass my students and my daughter, who's out there too. So now I'm just trying to remember who's on the $10 bill. Let's go with Jackson.
We're going with Jackson.
Oh no, did you hear the crowd?
I did not redeem
Hamilton
myself.
stands are upset back there.
I don't use cash very
Jackson
often anymore.
on the 20, actually. Hated the National Bank, should be on none of it, but on the 20. We're looking for Alexander Hamilton is who we're looking for.
Oh my goodness.
That's just, it feels like it's salt in a wound when we do that live.
I'm so sorry.
We
Apple
still gotta
Pay
do
has
it.
ruined me.
No. It's totally all right, Miss Folk. You're still in the game. Mr. Padilla, are you ready for your first clue here on Founding Father Karaoke?
I am ready.
Here we go. This is to someone you may have heard of named Taylor Swift. It's Shake It Off. Bran, take it away. Groans from the crowd. Everybody calm down. She's a
not
millennial
here.
poet, guys.
Okay, here we go. But I keep fighting, can't stop, won't stop writing. I'm the first vice president. Oh, next time it's my time. Because the South is gonna wail. But I'm probably gonna fail. But I'll kick Jefferson's tail. I'm the president.
Woo! Brandon Gray, everybody. Yeah. All right, Mr. Padilla, is that A, George Washington, B, James Monroe, or C, John Adams?
So just to clarify here, we're looking for the first vice president.
That is correct. Or first vice pres, as Bran saying. Yes.
Very nice job, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. We know it's not Washington. So
We know it's not Washington.
We know it's not Washington. So it's down to Monroe and Adams.
That's right.
And I am trying to channel the Hamilton experience to see who would this be. The lyrics, I got lost in the lyrics.
No problem. I keep fighting, can't stop, won't stop writing. I'm the first vice president. Next up, it's my time. Because the South is going to wail, and I'm probably going to fail, but I'll kick Jefferson's tail. I'm the president.
Nice, that was really good. It's like slam poetry.
Yeah, it's really good, man. Spent all night writing that.
It actually sounded really good to Taylor Swift.
Oh, I get that a lot.
Brandon improves Taylor Swift. We've said that for years. I mean, that's...
I am going to go with Adams.
He's going to go with Adams. Oh, my God. The crowd's ahead of me. The first vice president and second president of our country, John Adams, is correct. Big pull there. Big pull. All right, 4-2. Miss Folk, you need this one. It's Founding Father Karaoke. It's Uptown Funk, Bruno Mars. It's Brandon Gray. Take it away.
This one's very wordy, okay? So just try to keep up. This one's for that punch bowl, the states roll, the people. This one's for the first cartoon, first almanac, straight masterpieces. Making, chasing, contemplating this nation. Bifocals on, gonna tie one on, I'll never run, baby. Just sitting, I'm so old. Let the young bucks keep fighting, man, I'm so old. But I'm never gonna retire, man. You say my name, I'm on the 100, man.
Brandon Gray, everybody, come on.
Really great work to the crowd there.
Yeah. Second so old, I heard some join
I
in.
heard some people.
Is that A, Ben Franklin, B, John Hancock, C, Abraham Lincoln?
Okay, I know this one.
Yeah.
Repeat A, B, and C for me so I don't say the wrong one,
A,
please.
Ben Franklin, B, John Hancock, C, Abraham Lincoln.
Yes, it's Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin is correct. Miss Folk, back within one. Anybody's game right now. Brand's singing some hits and changing the lyrics just a little bit. It's Founding Father Karaoke. Next up, Mr. Padilla, to try to extend that lead back to 2, it's Closer by Halsey and the Chainsmokers. It's Brandon Gray. Take it away.
Hey, I was doing just fine farming Virginia. Don't need politics to win ya, but I'm okay. And hey, I was our nation's first commander. Fought the French in Indiana, and my legend started growing. So this nation chose me first to lead it into the unknown. On the ride, it's getting worse, like a brand new roller coaster. If I keep it on the rail, the republic can get older. The republic can get older.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Mr. Padilla, is that A, Thomas Jefferson, a B, James Madison, a C, George Washington?
I'm going to come in. Again, complimenting the rendition. I think that's really what clarifies it for me.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I am going to go for this one with C. Washington.
C. George Washington is correct.
This
Mr.
crowd's on
Padilla.
it.
They're on it. Yeah. Miss Folk, another one you need to have. It's winding down here. We got 4 left. Played a little Founding Father karaoke. It's Moves Like Jagger by Maroon 5. Brand, take it away.
Okay.
And I'm just a man from Virginia. My word's for the plan that I'll India to govern the states, to make it all play. We shouldn't delay. The big and small states are at odds for control of the plates. Down in VA, I'm biased, you say, but my prose is the way, and that's why today you already know that I wrote it. You read all my words and some quoted. Constitution's daddy, I'm Constitution's daddy, I'm Constitution's daddy.
All right. Constitution's daddy. It's a little bit of a deep cut. The guy that wrote the Constitution, or is the father of it, is what we're looking for. I want to be clear.
Who's
He's Constitution's daddy.
daddy?
Okay, it's a middle school crowd. Here we go. Miss Folk, is that A, James Monroe, B, James Vanderbilt, C, James Madison?
Ooh.
All Jameses.
It's a James fight. Thanks, guys.
Okay. So Virginia came up a lot.
Yeah,
Virginia came up a lot.
Pretty sure Vanderbilt was not in Virginia.
All right, now we're
Okay.
talking.
So I'm going to
Now we're
eliminate
cooking.
him.
Oh, she's playing.
That leaves me with Monroe and Madison.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
I'm from Maryland originally.
Okay.
So I've got a little bit of Virginia history
Right on.
knowledge. So I'm going to go with Madison.
James Madison is correct. Oh, boy. Okay, all right. We're winding down. It's a 1-point game. Founding Father karaoke. Bran, you ready?
I'm ready.
Hello by Adele. Bran, take it away.
SCOTUS, it's me. I was wondering who'd balance out our new democracy to rule over all the courts. I'll be the first Chief Justice for you and deliver the results. SCOTUS, can you hear me? The Constitution's great and all, but it needs interpreting. Is it strict or more stretchy? Someone will have to make the toughest calls for all of us to see. I'll set precedents for all time.
Okay. Mr. Padilla, is that A, Thomas Pinckney, B, is Sam Adams, or C, John Jay?
Cub Jingleheimer Schmidt. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's good.
This time I was distracted by the performance. It was
that
so
good.
moving.
It was that good.
It was like Adele was here.
It was like Adele
like
was
Adele.
here. Yeah.
It's like Adele was here. We're going to go with C. John Jay.
C. John Jay is correct. The first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. All right, Miss Folk, your last question here on Founding Father Karaoke is going to be Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. Groans from the crowd. Here we go, Brant.
When do I get to draw? I'm not really known for nothing else, but my name is legendary, baby. I know that I impress. Pres of Continental Congress, loyal to the cause, I must confess. Oh, gee. Oh, my sig was oh so big, 'cause King George would have to hear me. But I was also gov of my ass, and I said, ooh, I can't wait to write my name on the Declaration
right. Okay. Miss Folk, is that A, John Hancock, B, Roger Williams, or C, John Winthrop?
Okay. I would also like to echo how well done this is.
Oh,
These songs
well,
and the
thank
clues,
you.
they're fantastic. The students might groan, but I'm watching some teachers bop out from up here on the stage, so it's pretty fun. I'm going to go with John Hancock.
John Hancock is correct.
Whoa!
All right,
Wow.
Mr. Padilla.
It all comes down to this?
Everyone wants Founding Father Karaoke to continue, but this is it. Your last question here on Founding Father Karaoke is from Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa. We're going to go straight to the chorus. Brand, take it away.
It's the Sons of Liberty making Boston crazy. Throwing tea into the harbor, fight for freedom harder. That's my crew, name's a brew. Get the taxes out here right now. Family name, Boston proud. Start the Rev War for freedom now.
Okay, yeah, really good. All in one take, too. 8 songs, one take. They call them one take Brand. Very good.
That's right.
Mr. Padilla, is that A, Charles Pinckney, B, Thomas Clemson, C, Samuel Adams?
I am going to, again, having lived in the Boston area for a while for a lot of really good reasons, I'm going to answer C, Sam Adams.
Sam Adams is correct.
He's going to park his car.
Yeah.
Answer.
And that's the end of the second round with a winning score of 7 points. Moving on to the final round to play for the vaunted Who What Win Fanny Pack is Mr. Padilla.
Wow. That's
Everybody.
big. Well done. That's big.
He's our champion of the week, but before we let her go, please give a warm round of applause for our other contestant. She's the Spanish teacher. It's Miss Folk, everybody.
Wow. This is Who I Win. I'm Brandon Gray here with my friend Daniel Thompson, and this week we're bringing you a very special episode recorded live at Christ Church Episcopal School in Greenville, South Carolina.
Our faculty contestant, David, the head of school, has just beaten Spanish teacher Sarah Folk to take home the title of Who What Win Champion of the Week. Now let's see how he fares in our last round, all about the life of Benjamin Franklin.
That's next after this break on Who What Win.
Welcome back to Who What Win, an hour of history, games, and trivia from South Carolina Public Radio. I'm Daniel Thompson, here with my good buddy Brandon Gray, and this week we're bringing you a special episode recorded in front of an audience of 5th through 8th graders at Christ Church Episcopal School in our hometown of, that Greenville, South Carolina.
That's right, Dan. Before we go and take our seat back in the auditorium over there, we would love to remind you that you can be on a future episode of the show. You can potentially win a prize. It's so much fun. Call or text 803-470-6347 or send us an email, whowhatwin@scpublicradio.org.
And we promised you that these games are a lot of fun. You're going to have a blast. And you know what else is a ton of fun?
What's that?
Getting to play some history games with a couple of faculty members at Christ Church Episcopal School. Head of school David Padilla bested his colleague in the second round to become our champion of the week. He then had a chance to take home our very special trophy, a Who What Win Fanny Pack. All that stood in his way was a game of history or his story, true or false, Ben Franklin edition.
Yes, and in this game, former history teacher Dan Ans, famous liar, he mixed real historical facts with fake ones about one of our country's most prominent founders, old Benjamin Franklin, the guy. For each story, David had to tell us if it was true or if it was completely made up by Dan.
He needed 5 correct answers for the fanny pack. We started this round by asking him what he planned to use the fanny pack for.
Mr. Padilla, if you do win, what are you putting in that fanny pack?
I'm old enough to know that the fanny pack can have many, many uses.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Probably 2 things that would go in there. One is practical, is the cell phone, so it's
Of
not
course.
bulky,
Absolutely.
simple good things. But then I also will put in my favorite Pez dispenser.
Pez dispenser, shout
Really
out.
good.
Yeah,
So that I
Shout
have,
out.
so I have Pez to offer to anybody who needs.
Well, that's
You
great.
guys are getting
That's
free
great.
candy if he
Yeah.
wins. This is a big
Yeah.
deal. I'd
Well,
start
and
pulling
look,
for him,
that's
you know what I
great
mean?
because if anybody,
Shout out Candy.
if anybody
Shout
has
out.
ever put a Pez in their pocket, it's a weird thing
weird
to have in your
thing.
pocket.
You're- yeah, it's a
Fanny
whole
pack's
thing.
perfect for Pez.
All right, are we ready? A little mini history, his story, true or false, Ben Franklin edition. We ready to go? Here is your first Ben Franklin story. In 1736, Ben became publicly concerned about fire safety and prevention, leading to the desire to figure out better methods of preventing fires and their mass destruction. This led Benjamin Franklin to founding the first ever fire department in U.S. history, called the Union Fire Company of Philadelphia, known unofficially as Benjamin Franklin's Bucket Brigade. Is that true or false? It's the Bucket Brigade. Shout out. Go Birds.
Shout out.
I want it to be true, so
Yeah.
I'm going to say it is true.
He wants it
He
to be
wants
true.
it?
He said it's going to be true. By show of hands, how many of you think it's true out there?
All right,
The
that's like
smattering of hands that went up got it right. That is
Oh.
true. He's 1 for 1. He's
Big.
4 away from that fanny pack.
How about that?
The old Bucket Brigade.
You get your buckets
Ben
out
Franklin
there.
doing all kinds of stuff, inventing fire departments, just out here being a hero. All right.
We love fire departments.
We love the fire departments. Who doesn't? Mr. Padilla, fires don't. They're scared. They run. They
You know,
run
that's
scared.
so. Honestly, I hadn't even
That's
thought
right.
about it from
You
the
haven't thought about the
fire's
fire
perspective.
feels. Mr. Padilla, your next question here is Ben Franklin. Is this true or false? Here we go. Franklin organized America's first snack club, labeled a civic group by Franklin, with meeting times published weekly in the Pennsylvania Gazette. The Philadelphia Convivial Provisioners Club was designed for members to sample exotic imported snacks from around the world and was also an excuse for drinking and political debate. Is that true or false?
Dude likes snacks. Who doesn't like snacks?
Everyone likes snacks.
Everyone loves
I
a
like
snack.
snacks. Ben Franklin, the pictures, besides being old, also looked like he enjoyed
a snack.
snacks.
That's right.
He would have gone nuts for a Pez.
He might
Oh,
have gone
man.
nuts for this. Well, this is one that, like the Bucket Brigade, I want to be true because it sounds so ridiculous that it must be true. I'm going to go with true.
He's going to go with true. Show of hands. How many of you think that's true? Snack Club.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
wrong. Mr. Padilla's wrong. Sorry, I got him. That is incorrect, but it does sound very much like something he
And you know
would
what?
have done.
Let's get a snack club going right
Let's get
here
a
at
snack
this
club.
school.
Yeah.
Who's
And
the way out? What's it going to
petition
take?
for a snack club.
Yeah.
Students, your teachers and administration love when you take initiative. Bring to the table a snack club. I bet you could get it approved.
That's
Next
right.
question. You need 4 more for that fanny pack here. True or false, Ben Franklin edition. Here we go. When Benjamin Franklin was 16 years old, he was an apprentice at his older brother's printing shop, home of the publication, the New England Courant. In a desire to get published, Franklin created a pen name, Mrs. Silence Dogood, a widow in Boston that had thoughts about many things, including ladies' fashion. Ben's brother unknowingly published 14 of Ms. Dogood's letters before finding out that it was really Ben. True or false?
I think that sounds plausible. And again, I want it to be true. So I'm going to once again say true.
3 questions. He's going true 3 times. Show of hands. How many of you think that's true? Silence Dogood. True story. Mr. Padilla is correct.
To be clear here, Ben Franklin was just publishing his thoughts on women's fashion.
As a 16-year-old boy,
Cool.
and then it got so out of control that people
Cool.
were writing in proposing marriage to Silence Dogood.
Wow.
And then his brother got so angry, Ben ran away and actually became like a fugitive from the law because of this. And then that allowed him to start his own printing press. True story. Didn't get to get into all of that, but all that's true. All right, you got 2. You need 3 more for that fanny pack. Next question here, Ben Franklin, true or false? Is he going to guess true 4 times in a row? We're going to find out right now. Ben Franklin wasn't originally sold on the idea of the Revolutionary War. He, in fact, believed that the Boston Tea Party was an act of violent injustice and wrote that every encroachment on rights is not worth a rebellion. True or false?
I am going to, he strikes me as an eminently practical and ethical person, and maybe he would have held a very high standard. I'm going to go with true once again.
He's going to true. I hear groans, show of hands. How many think that's true? The 10 people I see with their hands up are with Mr. Padilla, and they are all correct.
Wow.
Correct. Ben Franklin wrote, an encroachment on rights is not worth the rebellion. Read some history, gang. It's crazy out there. That's 3. 5 minus 3, Bram, what is it?
5 minus 6. It's
2. He needs 2 more for that fanny pack. He's got 4 left in which to do it. Ben Franklin, true or false? Here's your next clue, Mr. Padilla. Ben Franklin expressed desire in the Pennsylvania Gazette to standardize naps. He called it the chaos of colonial drowsiness, proposing a daily government-recommended hour-long nap time in the middle of the business day. He believed it would improve civic unity and reduce anger and anxiety amongst the town's citizens.
Put that right after Snack Club, and you've got yourself a
naps.
day.
Let's go. True or false, Mr. Padilla?
I'm going to break my chain of true statements, and I'm going to say that is false.
Show of hands, how many of you think naps, government recommended false? A lot of hands go up. That's because a government recommended nap would be crazy. That is false. Mr. Padilla is correct. All right. Here's the deal, Brand. It's crunch time. There's 3 left. If Mr. Padilla gets one of these right, I hope you're listening, if he gets one of these right,
what?
The crowd is going to go nuts because he is going to have won the vaunted Who What When fanny pack. And that's a huge, they're locked in. They've been in here over an hour and they're still locked in. Say what you will about attention spans, folks. It's real.
Well, it's easy to pay attention when there's a fanny pack on the line,
right.
Dan.
Just one. Mr. Padilla, your next question here on Ben Franklin, true or false? You get it right, you get that fanny pack. Ben Franklin wrote essays on a wide range of topics, including many topics that would be considered inappropriate today, much less in the 1700s. This included Franklin's essay about flatulence entitled Fart Proudly in 1781. Included in this essay was an exhortation encouraging researchers to find scientific ways to make his farts smell better.
Are we sure he wasn't the snack guy? He's got a lot of snack-related facts here.
It's a fart essay published. Ben Franklin, true or false, Mr. Padilla?
Fart proudly, Mr. Padilla. Fart proudly.
It is possible there could not be a better audience to ask this question in front of.
Yeah.
The title's throwing me off. I'm not sure that he would have gone with a fart proudly.
Well, it was fart even. It was fart even
flatulence.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually going to go with false on this one.
Show of hands if you think it's false. A lot of hands go up. You know what's crazy? Ben Franklin wrote this essay. He wrote this essay. It's true. Wow. He wrote an essay called Fart Proudly, everybody. You guys think the founding fathers were just better than we are now? He wrote Fart Proudly and then signed the Declaration of Independence. You can do anything you set your mind to, guys. All right.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Still in the hunt, right? Thank you, man. Yeah, it's a motivational speech. I'm on tour. I do a TED Talk. Fart Proudly is the name of it. Fart Proudly and sign the Declaration is what it's called. We have 2 left. Mr. Padilla needs to get one of these right in order to take home that Who What When fanny pack.
I'm getting nervous.
It's getting a little, my palms are getting a little sweaty.
I felt good when it was 3 left, but 2 left is a different ball game.
Here we go. Your next Ben Franklin, true or false. Here it is. Down south, we like to think we invented deep frying meats, but Ben Franklin almost died in an attempt to deep fry a turkey. Because of his fascination with electricity, one of the experiments Franklin chose was a method of using electricity to kill and cook the bird. One such attempt at a turkey frying ended in Franklin electrocuting himself.
I mean, who hasn't, though?
Who hasn't electrocuted themselves deep frying a turkey? Mr. Padilla, true or false?
I'm going to say that Ben Franklin's admiration for the turkey as the national bird, I believe,
it's true,
is going to keep him from almost meeting his death by a failed deep frying attempt. So I'm going to go with false.
Show of hands, how many think Mr. Padilla just won a fanny pack? He's incorrect. He's incorrect. Franklin tried electric frying turkeys, y'all. You think that's just your uncle at Thanksgiving who's out back?
I'm so nervous.
This is crazy, Mr. Padilla. It's come down to this. There's one true false Ben Franklin story. There's one Who What When fanny pack. This crowd is primed to go absolutely bananas if you get this right. No pressure for Christ Church Episcopal School. Here it goes. Among his many inventions, an early prototype for the roller skate was a Ben Franklin invention that was ahead of its time. Right. Franklin believed this would make the delivery of mail much more streamlined. He couldn't entice any of his postal workers to be test subjects, though, for the skate, and so it was shelved by Franklin, never to be used. True or false?
Wow.
Oh,
Have
man.
you ever been this nervous in your entire life?
Never. This is...
I get it.
This is big. Prototype of a roller skate. I am going to say that is false.
How many of you think Mr. Padilla won himself a fanny pack? It's false. He won the fanny pack.
Yes!
Yeah!
Yes!
Mr. Padilla, head of school at Christ Church Episcopal School, has done his school in the state of South Carolina proud, is the proud owner of a Who
That's
I Win
right.
fanny pack. Congratulations,
That's
sir.
right.
And
Thank you.
everybody look
Too
under
much.
your seats.
There's not.
There's
Don't do
not
it. Don't
one
do it.
there.
Don't do
Sorry.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Mr. Padilla, what do you want? What do you have to say for yourself? Any words just of like relief or excitement for winning this grand prize?
Literally not kidding that is about as nervous as I've been in front on this stage. And I talk up here a lot.
That's right.
But I want to thank this middle school crowd for its incredible support.
That's right.
Great crowd.
And
Great crowd.
Absolutely.
And I will say that thank you all for being here. This has been incredible,
Awesome.
great experience, and I will wear that fanny pack proudly.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Guys, Christ Church Episcopal School Middle School, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We had a ton of fun being here.
And that brings us to the end of this special episode of Who, What, When, recorded in front of a live audience of middle schoolers at Christ Church Episcopal School in Greenville, South Carolina. A big thanks to everyone at the school for making this event possible, and an even bigger thanks to our faculty contestants, David and Sarah, for playing along with us.
Our producer is A.T. Shire. Our executive producer is Sean Birch, a.k.a. the principal of South Carolina Public Radio. This show is a production of South Carolina Public Radio, made possible in part by listener contributions to the ETV Endowment of South Carolina.
You can join us for a future episode of Who, What, When. Just call or text us at 803-470-6347 or send us an email to whowhatwhen@scpublicradio.org.
You can find out more about the show at our website, whowhatwhenshow.org.
And you can listen to an extended version of the show on your favorite podcast app or through your smart speaker.
I'm Daniel Thompson.
And I'm Braden Gray. Join us again next week for more history, games, and trivia right here on Who, What, When.